Welcome, friend, to this quiet hour where we let the dust of history settle around us. Tonight, our story takes us to the untamed American frontier, a land where dreams of freedom walked hand in hand with violence and despair. If you're listening to slow your evening or drift toward rest, I'm glad you're here. I'd love to know where in the world you were listening from and what time the clock reads as you press play. It always amazes me how stories of the past can connect us across such distance. The Wild West was more than gunfights and gold rushes. It was a place where hunger, loneliness, and desperation carved themselves into the hearts of men and women alike. Tonight, we'll peel back the myths and step into the raw reality of frontier life. This is not the polished Hollywood version. This was reality where whiskey flowed stronger than water, where saloons served as both shelter and trap, and where the line between lawman and outlaw was as thin as a desert horizon. Have you ever wondered how a land so vast, so full of promise, could just as easily swallow a person whole? The answer lies in the towns that sprouted overnight, built on greed, dust, and fragile hope. Tonight, I'll take you inside the smoky saloons and lonely cabins of the American frontier. You'll meet the drifters, gamblers, and settlers who risked everything, and often lost it all. By the end of our journey, you'll see the Wild West not as a legend, but as a haunting reminder of what desperation and opportunity can create. But before we step into the dim lantern light of a frontier saloon, let me paint the bigger picture of how the West became both a land of dreams and a graveyard of illusions. The Civil War had ended only a few years before, leaving thousands of broken men in its wake. Veterans who could not return to the lives they once knew drifted westward, chasing a new beginning in a place that promised freedom but offered little mercy. At the same time, waves of immigrants flooded into the frontier, their pockets empty but their hopes heavy. The railroad carved its way through prairies and mountains, dragging with it both opportunity and bloodshed. This collision of desperation, greed, and fragile hope created a perfect storm. And in the center of it all stood the saloon, part refuge, part hell. A place where fortunes were gambled away with the toss of dice, and where more lives ended in the dust than on any battlefield.